We're at Wilton Mill in Northamptonshire for round 7 of the Cool FAB Racing British Minibikes Championship. It's the official junior version of the BSB British Superbike Championship and Racing Moto GP with riders from 6 years of age. The first race up today is the Minimoto rookie class, and the young man that swept all before him last time joins me. It's the championship leader, Samuel Munson, the Munson burner. Sam, 19-point championship lead, I think it is?
Yes.
So 19 points, Glanny Gorse last time, very hilly circuit, up and down. Today at Wilton Mill, much flatter. How are you going here? What's the difference between the two, do you think?
I think it's a little bit, I think this track's more bumpy than GYG.
Okay, so is that going to suit you though? How are you going compared to your main competitors this weekend?
I think I'm doing all right. I want to qualify second, really, and I'll be happy with that.
Why not pole?
Because I can get a better run off the line.
Okay, I thought you were going to say that. Yeah, it's interesting. The pole side is arguably, for some people, it's on the wrong side of the circuit. So we've got 2 rounds left. Wilton Mill, and then we've got Tattershall coming up in a month or so time. Can you hold on to a 19-point championship lead? It's a decent championship lead, but just for those of you watching, it's 25 points for the winner in each of the races, so there's 75 points on offer each time. But of course, if you crash, as we've seen others do, you don't score any points. There's no drop scores, so I quite like that dynamic. 19-point championship lead moving forward with 2 rounds to go. Who's going to provide you with the biggest challenge moving forward, do you think?
I think it'll mainly be in the top 5 people, like Olly HORNER, Henry McCartney, Warwick and Ruben.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thank you.
The first race up today is the Minimoto rookies. Let's have a look at the grid. It's Ruben Bray, the 6-year-old, riding the number 12 bike, who is on pole. 3 race wins this year with just 1 race win in 11 podiums. He had the championship lead a couple of rounds ago. Olly HORNER. Then comes Henry McCartney going off P3 with 10 podiums, 1 win. 3 podiums, 10 wins. That's why he's the championship leader. Comes the Munson burner. Then Charlie Huntingford going off P5, the 8-year-old from Stowmarket. Blake Wilson rides the 108 bike. He's going off P6. Off P7, it is Archie Gibbs. 1 podium this year for the 6-year-old from Tewkesbury. Then Ollie Sims off P8, riding the 73 bike, the Western Super Mareman, 8 years of age. Bill Harris comes next on the 10 bike, another 8-year-old from Oxfordshire. Warwick Brady comes next, 2 podiums and 2 race wins. He's out of position down on P10. Luke Fitchett comes next, the first of the new boys, riding the 96 bike, riding the 164 machine. It's Luke Schofield. Welcome to you. And off P13, Violet Stainer makes an appearance this weekend, riding the 44 bike. And going off P14, Joshua Williams riding the 78, and rounding out the grid, it's the 56 bike ridden by not Luke Hutchinson, it's Luke Hutchison. They've spelt it Hutchinson on the sheets. That's wrong, it's Hutchison, and I know that, Jake, because he came to tell me. Thanks for that, Luke. And if we do pronounce your names wrong, guys, make sure you come and tell us.
Bray versus HORNER on the front row of the grid should be a very interesting start up towards Oblivion for the first time. Let's see how they go. Great start in the middle of the pack. That looks like a good getaway from McCartney as well. Is going to try and drag at a 2nd position as they go through Crook for the first time. But at the moment, it's all clean, fine and dandy. Up the hill they come, up towards Christmas. And it's a great start from the front. Sam Munson cuts across on Henry McCartney and moves up in a 3rd place.
Ruben Bray into the lead, past Olly HORNER into Christmas corner. So it's Bray, HORNER And then that's McCartney in 4, certainly. And here comes the championship leader down the inside of Horner, Sam Munson, but can't quite get the done. He was just window shopping, not actually buying at that point.
Blake Wilson looks like he's having a fantastic battle for 5th position, and he's held on to it for the moment as they go into Osiers and onto the back straight, up towards the boot once again in this fantastic battle between 4 riders for the top spot. Horner, Bray, McCartney, Munson, all of them still squabbling together. Munson in 3rd at the moment, in front of Henry McCartney, but trying to knock on the door of Ruben Bray. Now, who's that's come to a stop on the way out of Osiers? We've lost somebody there. Didn't quite see who that was on the red bike at the far side.
That looks like Archie Gibbs, Jake.
I think you might be right there.
I think it is Archie
Yes,
Gibbs.
Archie
Yeah,
is
he's
dropping back.
down.
That's such a shame. Archie was right up in that top 10. So Ruben Bray leading. Munson having now made his way into 2nd place past Olly HORNER. Good bit of jostling. So now he's got to set off after the race leader and pole sitter Ruben Bray, who has been controlling the pace of this race since lap 1. No problem at all. He's still got a bit of a challenge though, Munson, from Horner. He's definitely not given up there in 3rd position. McCartney staying in touch in 4th.
These 4 at the front of the field have led the championship at various times during the season. Ruben Bray had the championship lead after round 1. Then Henry McCartney had the lead for, I think it was 3 rounds. Then Horner had the lead. And now Sam Munson has got the lead of the championship. So these 4 are the prime movers in the championship this season, but it's the man in 2nd place at the moment, Sam Munson, that has the championship lead as things stand, and he puts in the fastest lap, Jake.
It is the closest battle in the junior brigade of Cool FAB that we have seen all season long, with these 4 drivers scrapping away for the title. Bray, Munson, Horner, McCartney. Still time for it to go either way as well. All 4 of them very close together. McCartney in 4th position. Now this is the battle for 5th. This is Ollie Sims trying to go round the outside of Blake Wilson. Huntingford trying to go around the outside of Wilson. Sims is behind him, so Blake Wilson hanging on in there, but Charlie Huntingford, who's had a very strong second half of the season, is really getting himself into the game now.
It looks like Huntingford lost time there. He did through the right-hander. He's lost a good 6 or 7 bike lengths through that right-hander. Trying to recover it now as he comes down to Chapman's. Out of Chapman's.
Oh, the lead!
Race leader.
Munson's got the lead. Munson has passed him.
We didn't see where that happened, but Munson's got the lead, and Huntingford looking up the inside, but he can't quite squeeze by for 5th place, but this is a great battle for 5th and 6th.
Yeah, to be fair to Huntingford, he did exactly the right thing there, because if you think you can make the move up the inside, you shouldn't commit to it. If you know you can make the move up the inside, that's when you commit to the move. And a brilliant move there from Munson to get into the lead on Bray. He's made up a lot of time on him to get into that lead, actually. To be fair, he's a good half second back on the previous lap. So Munson's been drilling in those apexes beautifully as he rides into the lead, and he's now coming up towards Ashby into the hairpin as they drop down towards Wilkins. And I have to say, Munson may be in the lead, but Bray is definitely not letting him get away. He's trying to be quite intensely on the rear exhaust as they drop through to Osiers, renamed, of course, it used to be known as Chapman's, that part of the course. And they've got traffic coming up because that is the 78 bike that just went through the shot, Josh Williams. Now they're going to need to lap him at exactly the right moment. Munson will obviously want to get the advantage over Bray and Horner, but all 3 of them will be very mindful of the fact that traffic is going to play its part in this next phase of the race. Munson coming up to them in the lead, and it's going to be Josh Williams who will get out of the way. Nicely done there, but round the outside, like a little bit of hesitation from Bray and Horner, and that has opened up the gap between himself and Munson.
Yeah, it's cost him time. It's how you get through the traffic. The man at the front of the field, Sam Munson, made best use of the traffic. Ruben Bray was hindered, as indeed was Olly HORNER. So we've got a 12 bike length lead now for the race leader, and I think Bray's got about 12 bike lengths over Olly HORNER in 3rd as well. Now Henry McCartney now further back, so it looks like this is the way it's going to finish unless something happens with 4 laps to go.
Well, we've got another bike coming up to lap. That is Violet Stainer, the latest member of the Stainer family to go bike racing then. And Violet Stainer obviously learning by doing, as they always do. Up the inside, that's brave from Sam Munson, and that did cost him a bit of time, didn't it?
Cost him a lot of time. Look at this, we've got Bray right on the back of him now. Bray loves the fact that the back marker was in the way there, because that's allowed him to get that much closer. Didn't make best use of the traffic last time, did Ruben Bray. He has done this time. but it looks like Munson's just got the pace. He's pulling away again.
Yeah, Horner's dropped back a little bit. He got caught out in the wrong place. He decided to wait to get past Violet Stainer, and that has compromised him a little bit there. He lost a good 0.6 of a second or so off the back of Bray just in that one moment, but Ruben Bray has used this as a spur of motivation. He's on the back of Sam Munson. Munson, of course, has just set the new fastest lap in the process of doing this, but Bray, look at him. He is a proper little tiger all over the back of Munson, trying to get his way through on the inside as they come out of Osiers, onto the back straight once again, up the flick, and then onto the boot. Munson still controls the pace. He's got exactly lined up the bike exactly where he needs to in the braking zone, but Bray is definitely not throwing in the towel. If anything, he is going to try a trick or two in the next 2 laps.
No, that's right, and Horner looks pretty quick as well. That's the battle for, 5th place? That's Huntingford, Wilson, and then Ollie Sims in behind.
So Huntingford has now got past Blake Wilson. He's been trying to get that done for quite a while. We didn't see when he made the switch because we're so busy focusing on this battle, but they're only half a second apart, those two, for 5th. So that could still change. Sims in 7th from Will Harris, Luke Fitchett and Warwick Brady, ahead of Schofield, Hutchison, Stainer and Williams, with the lone retirement, of course, on that 2nd or 3rd lap, I think it was, Archie Gibbs retiring from the race. Very sad to see him pulling off the circuit because he could have been in the top 10 very easily in this race. But Bray still hunting down Sam Munson, trying to get that overhaul if he possibly can. The next bike in front is Luke Schofield. Oh no, sorry, it is Luke Hutchison, the 56. So they've got both of them potentially to deal with on the last lap. If I'm Olly HORNER, I've got to stay hungry because that's causing an issue.
It's been hindered. And that's allowed Bray in 2nd to get that much closer. There's the last lap flag being held out by Leanne Clowes as they go through into the last lap.
Olly HORNER really had to commit into oblivion to make sure he made his way past Hutchison to keep himself in the gaggle. Sam Munson, 60.8 for the fastest lap of the race thus far. He may be able to get another fast lap in on this last one, but I sense that Ruben Bray is going to be too much of an issue for him to focus on another fast lap because they've obviously got traffic to deal with again. That is going to be Luke Schofield in front of them. He's going to have to time it right. Munson does, Bray does, so it's stalemate as they drop down through out of Wilkins and into Osiers. And although Ruben Bray has given Sam Munson a real challenge, I'm not sure he's going to be able to get that final run in. Archie Gibbs has got the bike going again. You just saw him go through on the number 3, but that stalemate manoeuvre means that Sam Munson is going to be able to hang on for a crucial victory at this stage of the 2018 championship. Out of the heel of the boot, and Munson is just going to be brake to the line. Goodness me, what was that? 0.05 at the flag. Very close.
53 thousandths of a second on the line for the race winner, Sam Munson, over Ruben Bray.
Terrific. Olly HORNER in 3rd position in front of Henry McCartney. Charlie Huntingford beating Blake Wilson in their battle, which went on all race long for 5th position, ahead of Sims, Harris, Fitchett and Warwick Brady. Brilliant run from Sam Munson. He takes the win in front of Ruben Bray and Olly HORNER, with McCartney and Huntingford in the top 5 as well. That was a brilliant way to start the weekend for Sam Munson.
Yeah, and in race 2 on the Sunday, Sam Munson would repeat the feat. He would take race 2, and the championship leader would indeed go on to take race 3. And as you'll see from the championship points, that's going to give him a comfortable championship lead moving forward to the final round at Tattershall in 5 weeks' time. Join us for more in part 2.